Hi, good afternoon,
Hi,
and
Stuart.
welcome. This is our fourth episode of Greater Goals for Girls at Stuart Country Day School of the Sacred Heart in Princeton, New Jersey. And I am Julia Wall. I am the new head of school here. I started in July, and we decided to develop this series. There's about 7 episodes featuring different areas of the school, and the theme around that is really considering what success means for us, what our goals are for our students in our different spaces. Because what I have come to understand is that our goals for our girls are unique and different, and hold a little bit of magic. And so I had the pleasure before I started here to sit with lots of alums and parents and students, faculty, as I got to know the school. And I continue to get to know the school every day. But this was a theme that resonated for me. This idea that this school is anchored by its 5 Sacred Heart goals, which you can find on our website, and we go into great depth about that. But they are our philosophical rudder, really, and they provide our pathway. And I think that our leadership team and our students know who we are because of them. And so today, I have the pleasure to talk about athletics with our athletic director, Francis Lyons, and with 2 of our students, Taylor and Emily. And we are going to talk about athletics in the context of athletics, in the way that we always talk about athletics, in terms of how it is fulfilling a piece of our humanity, a piece of our personhood, and offering lots of leadership opportunities and strength and endurance, both physically and mentally, but also how it's developing them within their own spiritual selves. So I'm excited to introduce this group of people to you. And maybe, Francis, if you could start by introducing yourself and your trajectory to Stuart. What attracted you to Stuart? Like me, you are new to the community as well. We started on the first day together, and how what you were seeing in your process really resonated with you. And then, I think that Emily and Taylor have had different tenures at Stewart, one shorter and one longer. And so I would love for you to also expand on that question when Miss Lyons is finished. So I'll kick it back to you.
Awesome. So I kind of started my background is in athletics. Former basketball player. Sports has been everything for me since the age of 6. Probably even younger, according to my parents. But I've had my first basketball memory at the age of 6, and kind of my career path. Just after I finished playing, I just needed to figure out where I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to be part of athletics and girls athletics. So I, went into the field of nonprofit, working with a lot of student athletes that come from underserved communities, and offering them the ability to play in youth sports. So it might have been flag football, co-ed flag football for girls and boys, boys and girls soccer, boys and girls basketball. And then after that, I kind of went in a path where I wanted to go more into administrative, and really taking a helm on that. So I turned in becoming a director of athletics, and I knew that is where I wanted to be. Uh, and being at an all girls school is everything for me. And everybody, if you know me, I love girls sports. I'm an advocate for girls sports, and I focus on that background, just because of what is being offered now, for girls sports, and taking that to the next level. So when I saw the opening at Stewart, I was like, this is the perfect scenario for me, where I'm at a school that truly cares and values girls, and supporting them and giving them what they need, to be successful in their field, whether they're, field hockey, lacrosse, basketball. They're giving them the tools that they need. And I knew I wanted to be part of that process to help them. So that's why I'm there.
Thank you, Frances. And I should have also started by defining who we are. So, for those who are new to Stuart and don't know who we are, I had mentioned that we are located in Princeton, New Jersey. We consider ourselves to be three things. We are small, we are all girls, and we are centered in spirituality and faith, of self. And so, what do we get to do when we define ourselves as a school that's designed specifically for girls, that values the individual, and where every girl who is here feels that they are known, and cared for, and that they have the ability to talk about how they're caring for themselves. That is for us our sweet spot. So, with that in mind, Taylor and Emily, can you talk about yourselves as a scholar athlete in this particular institution so far? How has it been? What has been attractive to you in terms of the environment, so that you can grow in the way that you're hoping to grow?
I can start. So my name's Emily, and I'm a senior here at Stuart. And so I've been going to Stuart since I've been in preschool. And I started in the athletics in middle school, which was really amazing. I had a great experience. And then I continued in the high school. So I'm the captain of the field hockey, basketball, and lacrosse teams here at Stuart. And athletics has been definitely one of my favorite parts of my experiences. I've been able to really build community and meet so many amazing girls that are on my sports teams, and then build friendships like in the classroom and in the hallways. So I think something that's really special about Stuart is that we don't really have cuts for sports teams. So everyone can be a part of a team who wants to be a part of a team. And everyone's super encouraging, and you can gain a lot of leadership skills. So I developed a lot of confidence on the court and the field, which really translates into the classroom as well. So that's been really amazing, and my highlight of my high school career.
Great.
So I'm Taylor. I came to Stewart in eighth grade, so I'm still a bit new. I've been doing sports since I was 6'2", as Coach Lyons said. Sports for me it's been amazing, getting to know so many new people, getting to be a leader on the court, being able to support each other as a team. That's what I like the most about it. And athletics for me has helped me grow to become a better leader, and to, I guess, get to meet new people and to make new connections throughout my life. So athletics has been really helpful in that.
Great. Great. So we talk a lot about goals here, and so we talk a lot about personal goals. We talk about leadership goals, and we talk about Sacred Heart goals as a driving force of how we center ourselves in our communities and in our society. So, just for folks that don't know our goals, I'm just gonna run through them very quickly, and then what I'd like for the three of you to think about is what goal for you is a goal that you think a lot about in your athletic lives, or your scholar athletic lives. So the first goal for our students is to have a personal and active faith in God. And at Stuart, we really define that very inclusively, that we are a Catholic school with a community who identifies, about 1/3 of our community identifies as Catholic. And I think that the reason that we have so many faiths represented here is that we talk about God, we talk about our spirituality in a very inclusive way, that is self-defining and celebrating of how each of us really uniquely defines that. So it's not prescriptive, and it's iterative, and it's also ever changing and growing for our students. We have students who start here when they are 3, and have many changes and thoughts around how spirituality lives in their life over the course of them growing up. So that's the first one, though, because we do believe that every child has an inner core that is their compass. And so for us to be able to think about that and talk about that and know and express God's love for them is, I think, also a really helpful thing for kids to know that they don't walk this journey alone. So the second one is a deep respect for intellectual values. We are an academically rigorous institution. We are proud of the process by which our students learn. We're proud of our outcomes in the narrowest and broadest sense of that word. That our students are here to learn, and they're not joking around with that. They take it very seriously, and they're proud of that. And it's cool to be a student who cares about their academic success. So that is lived out every day. The third is a social awareness which impels to action. So we believe that we are here for a greater purpose other than our selfish endeavors, that we are here to build ourselves up so that we can give ourselves to the greater world in lots of different ways, that we're here to share our gifts and talents, and that when we learn new things about others, that we're impelled to help. It is part of our core being that when there is a problem, we seek solutions for it. And I think that you see that in the littlest of people to the 18-year-olds who are thinking about their impact in our school and in the broader world. The fourth is the building of community as a Christian value. One of the things that I heard over and over and over again when I first took this job is how much people valued this community, and really saw it as their home away from home. And I think that there are some wonderful traditions that keep that community alive. I think that we're so thrilled that we have come through a very tough period for schools in general, where lots of our community traditions had to go away for a period of time during COVID and are roaring back now. And so every day we're trying to live into community and a mutual respect for each other. I don't think that it's a place where everyone is forced to be friends, but everyone has to respect each other and honor each other's differences as colleagues and as learners. So I think that that's very much valued. And then the last one is a personal growth in an atmosphere of wise freedom. So this was the one that I didn't completely understand until I really started seeing it. Our students sprawl out everywhere in this campus. Every space is theirs. I see them in little nooks and crannies all over this school. I see them running morning meetings. I see them running the show in lots of ways. And that's because we trust them. That's because we have built a foundation where we know that they know how to make ethical and moral decisions. And so we're making assumptions about them that they are ready to make some choices, developmentally appropriate choices for them. And with that freedom comes growth. So that I think is the most intriguing one for me. I think that this idea that I get to trust every girl to do the right thing, and that they do it. And so that's terrific. So that was really long-winded, but if you can think about those 5 goals and how they're playing out in your lives.
I guess I will start. New to the community, just like Miss Wall, learning the goals. I think for athletics right now, we're focusing on building the community in athletics. That spirit, everyone wanted to be at the games, the support. That is one thing I've seen so far is the love that sports gets here, and the support that they all just give each other on and off the field. The joy when I see them at practices and they're playing their music and they're ready to go and they're listening to their coach, and it kind of brings in goal 5 with wise freedom, that the coaches trust them. to be prepared for practice, to be ready, that, all the equipment that they need is out there. Coaches know that they can just go outside and everything is set up and players are ready to go. And those are the kind of the things I've been seeing, which you normally don't see in a lot of in athletics. You're still it's a lot of teaching, but for some reason our girls just kind of know what's expected of them, and they respect that, and I think that's been a kind of a joy that I've been seeing.
Yeah. Similarly to what Coach Lyons is saying, that goal for building community as a Christian value. Like just yesterday, we had a basketball game, and we had a bunch of alumni I played basketball with the past couple of years come to support us, which was really incredible to see. And just all my friends coming to my games, and again, people in the musical coming to support us. It's really amazing how much people want to see other girls succeed at Stuart. And then also what Coach Lyons was saying with goal 5, I feel like, especially as a senior, I've been able to step into more of like a leadership role on my sports teams. And our coaches really trust us. They really give us the tools to help lead these girls and become really close with them, and really give us the skills to have that leadership on the court, because our coaches aren't playing with us when it comes to games. So that's been really special as well.
Yeah, in relation to Go Forward community, it's nice to have, people coming out to support you when you have your games. It's nice to see your friends cheering for you on the sidelines. Knowing that you have that type of support is really good. It's a really good feeling. And also, like, just practicing with your teammates, having that bond with them too. It's nice because you know that you have all these girls who are willing to, you know, support you through the game, and they're willing to be there for you. You know, on the sidelines, on the court, they're there for you.
That's great. That's great. I'm not surprised that you both chose the community one. Also, another really popular one is the Wise Freedom. And oftentimes it will be brought up a lot, like, Miss Wall, what about Wise Freedom? Or having 3 teenagers myself, I feel like, that would be an important one. So Emily and Taylor, you have varying experiences in girls' schools. So for Emily, it's all that you've known. Taylor, this is, I'm guessing, a newer experience for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I know, Francis, you came from an all-girls school before this. So can you think and reflect on that specifically, the all-girls piece of it, and how that has supported, or, what are some of the things that you think about in terms of your experience in an all-girls school?
Definitely. So it's all I've known, but I've had a really positive experience with it. I feel like everyone is so authentically themselves, both in the classroom and then also on the field. We really support one another, and we really want to see each other succeed. And then translating that to athletics, I feel like it's really special because we never have to worry about sharing court space or field space with the boys team. And sometimes girls sports I see might be overshadowed sometimes. So that's really nice. Being able to feel like you are supported by your school. And Stuart does a really awesome job of empowering girls from a young age. I've never felt insecure about sharing what I believe or speaking out in class. And I feel like it's just a really great environment to be in.
Taylor, for you, I'm sure that you had either heard or felt like all these rumors about what an all-girls school could be like, and a lot of them are negative, let's be honest, and so can you take some time to myth bust a little bit? Like, if you were talking with some people who were thinking about 8th grade, what would you say in terms of what are the common myths, and are they true? What do you hear, and what are you now feeling?
I mean, when I first heard like people talking about like all girls schools, they're like, oh, girls are full of drama, girls are full of, spreading rumors about other people, all this like girl talk stuff. And to be honest, when I first stepped in here, I was like, this is definitely not what people have told me. Uh, I mean, there was definitely no drama. There was no rumors. Everyone embraced each other, supported each other. When I came in, I felt super welcomed, like I was already here for years. And they're really nice and supportive of each other. There's no hate towards anyone.
Mm. Yeah, that's one that I hear all the time, is that when you double the girls, you double the drama. And I just feel like that is a societal construct. And,
Yeah.
I think that girls tend to have the freedom to act differently, mostly because they can act like themselves,
Yeah.
to your point. And so when you are your authentic self, you show up for others in a different way, right? It's oftentimes it's an insecurity that people in general act without an open heart. And that causes some of the drama, boys and girls, I will say. And so if you're able to find a space where you can really be yourself, then that probably is the best space for you, for sure.
Yeah. That's one thing I just in my career, being a director of athletics is a male dominated area. And there's not enough women athletic directors. So for me, that's important. And being at an all girls school for them to see that, like, you can do anything that you want. And you can be very successful in athletics and take it to as far as you want to. I think that's the other part that's important for me, to being at an all girls school and being in an environment, and to show that strength and that courage, and to walk into a male dominated room and you're the only one and you can speak the same language as they do. I think is really important. And it's honestly, it gives me confidence. It gives me a lot of confidence being in this field and being at an all girls school and going into those meetings and like, we're right here with you.
I have this hope that we have this, this moment in time with kids where we're developing this microcosm where gender is unseen, right? That you show up as a person. And then when you leave this microcosm, when you are in conflict with what has felt right for you, that you call it out. You don't accept it. But you've had time to live in it and to practice it and to understand what you want. And that's my hope, I think, for students, is that they're in this environment long enough to know exactly how they should be treated. And that's fortifying. That's totally fortifying. So these sessions were meant to be short, unfortunately, because I feel like I could talk to you for a long time. But before we go, give us a little snapshot of your athletic worlds right now, or what you're looking forward to in the spring if you're playing a sport in the spring.
So right now, Taylor and I are in the middle of our basketball season. It's been going really well. It's definitely a rebuilding year. We have a lot of underclassmen, which is really exciting. Definitely for me to see people improving in their confidence and just us growing together, because I haven't played with a lot of these girls before. So that's been really fun. And another thing about Stuart that's really special is Taylor's a freshman, I'm a senior, and we sort of see each other as equals, I feel like. And we're able to play on the same team, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
And definitely looking towards the future. I'm really excited for lacrosse season. A bunch of girls.
You have a preseason trip planned?
Yes, we're going to Florida, which Coach Lyons organized, which I'm really excited about. And I think everyone on the basketball team is playing lacrosse. So that really shows we really do love each other and we want to keep playing with each other. So I'm looking forward to that.
Taylor, is this your first season of playing lacrosse?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I love that story. Well, what have to know about Taylor is that she is an amazing basketball player. But I also love, Taylor, that you're trying a new sport. So tell me your motivations there.
Yeah, I love trying new things. Definitely lacrosse will open up a new door to me. Maybe I'll love it, maybe I won't. But it's trying it, seeing how it works. It's what I'm looking forward to most.
Awesome. And what about you, Coach Lyons?
I'm just excited for the spring. I'm looking forward to it. I'm finishing up the winter. Basketball has been exciting. I'm over in the corner. I have to stay in the corner because I know I'm not coaching, but I have to stay in the corner. So I'm always excited to be at those games and cheering them on. And you'll see me. I'm pretty sure people are already seeing me. The officials are seeing me, that's for sure. But then as far as the spring, I'm looking forward to seeing our golf team. I'm looking forward to see lacrosse. I'm looking forward to see our track teams, and then our middle school teams get together. So I'm really excited for that. I will be going to Florida with these two, so it will be an exciting time. So I'm really looking forward to all that.
Yeah, and thank you for acknowledging middle school. At Stuart, our sports officially start in fifth grade. So you can join a sports team in fifth grade and get the same level of coaching that our upper school athletes have. And so it's a terrific path, especially, it's hard to start a new sport, especially if you don't start it when you're 4 or 5 years old. And so to have an opportunity in a school setting when all doors are open to potentially be a 3-season athlete, even if you're not the best at all 3 of those things, I think is the window of opportunity. So I want to thank you so much for your time. And for those that are watching, I hope that you join us next week for another episode. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
you.
Bye, Miss
Bye.
Wall.